We are officially in the 11th grade year at Bayside High, and it is time for the costume ball.
We're going to the costume ball as Romeo and Juliet.
I can't wait to see you in those tights, Preppy.
We know! Just kiss and get it over with already. And we've got a nice full circle moment here. Zack and Kelly are going to the costume ball as Romeo and Juliet, parts they already played in an earlier episode. Hey, that was the episode where an older guy perved on Kelly and the girls. Gee, I sure hope that isn't another full circle plot point.
I'm going as Mel Gibson. A little bit easier getting a date.
Oh, little buddy, I don't think that's the right path for you. Kelly is concerned about pricey costume rentals and aims at working at the max for some extra cash.
Hey guys, we better go. Don't forget our band is practicing after school today. Bye.
Okay, so they have a band now? At the max, Kelly turns in her application to Jeff, the new manager. She is fantastically awkward and honestly comes off as an incredible ditz. So much so that she gets a lot of mileage out of this face. So, what are her chances?
I would love to hire you, but the owner wants an experienced waitress.
The correct response here is, oh, I know the owner. Me and my friends saved this very restaurant from bankruptcy with our conveniently discovered high school radio station. Your idiot boss owes me, and in fact, you have a job because of me. Give me this job. But instead...
Oh, I have experience. I come from a big family. I set and clear the dinner table for 9 people 3 times a week, and I don't spill a thing.
In case you forgot, there's more than 9 confirmed Kapowskis. Kelly's family's a mess. But now it's time to play Spot That Party of 5 Heartthrobs Got Wolf. Oh, Kelly found him. Maybe we should have played before she ascended the stairs. All told, Jeff tells Kelly that he'll hire her if she can first go through a probationary period. In Mr. Belding's office, we learn that the school is out of money and can't afford decorations. The money went to an expensive DJ. But this is stupid. Everyone knows that Screech is the de facto dance DJ. So why is this a plot point? Well, we need to hear new nerd Ollie speak.
There are no decorations. We have no money.
Yeah, that's pretty good. We also need to learn that our favorite Sixes band can play the dance for free.
You can play, but on one condition. I get to sing one song with the band.
I had one other note here somewhere. Aha! Costume rules.
And all the boys who dress as girls must still use the boys' room, understood?
I feel like that was directed at Screech.
I have to go to the bathroom and I don't know which door to go into.
Okay, so Kelly is working her first probational shift. And of course she gets razzed by Sid and Spike. But to Kelly's credit, she does her best to fix the issue, unlike some other former Max waitresses we know.
This isn't what I ordered. You were supposed to toast my buns.
You want toasted buns? Go sit on a microwave. Have it.
Jeff sticks up for his new girl, and Party of Five's Heartthrob Scott Wolf is loving it. Sid and Spike leave, and Zack and Screech pop in. Screech does his level best to make Kelly look good.
They don't have to try very hard. You already look pretty good to me.
Okay, college guy, she's under 18. But, he's not wrong. Later that night, Kelly counts her tips and Zack shows up. Wait a minute, that's the shirt he was wearing before Kelly got the job. And that's Kelly's same outfit. Has this all been one day? So Kelly applied and got the job and worked her first shift all in one afternoon? I guess that Help Wanted poster wasn't playing around. Now obviously, yes, Jeff is wearing the same clothes during Kelly's interview and while she works her first shift. So this one afternoon was enough time for Jeff to feel powerful enough to sexually harass an impressionable teenager? Groomer, thy name is Jeff. Wait, I got another one. Jeff, putting the man in manager. Gross plot lines aside, the even crazier part is that the patrons in the Max from Kelly's interview were still there as she was working later. Look, there's Herbert Hodis, pink top girl and 80s sweater Asian. Go home. Do some homework. So yes, in the same day that Zack has had a dance committee meeting, band practice, and a trip to the Max, he's also rented some killer Romeo and Juliet costumes. But Kelly has to work on Saturday, and she doesn't feel like she can ask for time off already. So Zack just pouts in her room until it fades to black. We assume he leaves at some point. Another day, at band practice, Zack Attack is sounding very cheesy 80s.
If you wanted to.
Oops. Zack's mind is on his Kelly problem.
Well, I can't stop thinking about Denzel Washington, but I'm still able to live my life.
Fair point, Miss Lisa.
I said it's Denzel Washington, the best actor ever. He's so darn cool, he's so darn clever.
Slater posits, Zack, why don't you ask for time off for Kelly? Alright, now remember earlier in the episode when Mr. Belding said this?
All right, you can play, but on one condition. I get to sing one song with the band.
In syndication, it's never shown whether this term of the deal is fulfilled, but once again, I've got to give props to SBTB Anniversary on Instagram for unearthing a deleted scene. At some point during this rehearsal, Mr. Belding shows up for a practice run.
You keep saying you got something for me. Something you call love, but confess. You've been messing where you shouldn't have been a messing. Yeah. Someone else getting all your best. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. And one of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you both.
It's pretty easy to see why this could be cut. It's just a bit of fun, funny filler. Zack heads to the Max and, for some reason, concocts some lie about Kelly being an only child and her dad's birthday on Saturday, and, well, Jeff sees right through it, but gives Kelly Saturday off anyway. It almost comes off as a pointless scene, except that there is some rare, good writing in here. For starters, here's Zack's introduction.
Also known as Kelly's boyfriend, Zack.
Boyfriend? Kelly never mentioned a boyfriend.
Sure, Kelly hasn't worked there long, and significant others might not have come up yet, but Jeff does know other things.
Oh, I can. Especially when that only child has 6 brothers and sisters.
We've confirmed 7, but who's counting? I'm counting. Sure, Kelly mentioned a big family in an earlier scene, but she generally said 9 people. So either Jeff assumes a mom and a dad minus Kelly equals 6 siblings, or Jeff and Kelly have had conversations where she'd rather discuss family dynamics than that she's got a boyfriend. Which plays right into the next scene where it seems like Kelly can only talk about Jeff.
Call me crazy, but I think you've got a thing for this guy.
Get out, just because he's hot.
There it is. The girls call her out on her crush, but she plays it down. The lady doth protest too much, methinks, which is shown in the very next scene, where Jeff and Kelly are closing the Max together, or what I like to call a groomer's ideal scenario. Jeff tells Kelly she can have Saturday off.
Are you sure you're not going to miss me here?
Well, of course I'm going to miss you. I always miss you when you're gone.
Oh, it gets worse. You notice how there was, like, 0 reaction? In his book, Peter Engel says the first kiss in front of an audience resulted in a cacophony of booing. Tiffany and Mark Paul left the set to confront Peter Engel about this storyline. He promised them that things would straighten out later, which was a lie, as the producers knew Zack had to be a free man to be a more interesting character. So the showrunners got everyone back in their places, committed the audience to go with the storyline, and kept this oddly silent take. I'm vaguely 16 or 17 and I don't know what I'm feeling! Now, because Jeff can't not play with his tie, the show appropriately puts him in a sweater curated from the Bill Cosby Predators collection. And this scene is so awkward. First off, what is this interaction?
Now, should I go as Bart Simpson and shave my head or as Hal Bundy and shave my back?
Why don't you go as Barf Bundy and put your head in a bag?
Barf Bundy? Wouldn't Barf Simpson make more sense?
I want to talk to you about that kiss last night. I hope it didn't cause you a problem.
Jeff, the problem is, I liked it.
So yeah, the scene is mostly awkward because the viewer knows what Zack doesn't. And this dramatic irony is cringe-inducing.
What's wrong?
I'm at work, Zack.
But you're on a break.
Just don't, okay? I have to go. See you guys later.
And you know the show doesn't deal with this awkward crap very often, as we just wipe into the next scene. A subtle, knowing look between Lisa and Jesse, and a new scene where the boys are setting up in front of the gym door, which, based on the gym's dimensions, may be the only way in and out. Now, that's a fire hazard.
Hey, did either of you guys notice anything different about Kelly at the Max?
11th grade Screech continues to get set up for the lamest of jokes, and Slater delivers the most perfect line in any show ever.
You are a strange and weird person.
No notes! Zack wonders if Kelly might like someone else.
She did bring me an extra pickle today. I wonder what that meant.
Now that's not Screech just playing dumb. Zack should definitely be worried about that. But really, there's nothing to worry about, right?
Yeah, and the rest of the time she's working at the Max with that good-looking college guy, Jeff.
Let's not discuss that. Let's just immediately go to the costume ball where Kelly is acting all emo next to this amazing bunny rabbit. Zack Attack is backed by a track as each person lip syncs and fake plays their way into our hearts. I'm going to take a step back from the story for a minute so that we can discuss Lisa. First off, there's this little oddity.
Make my day.
Doesn't Zack look like he wasn't expecting Lisa's hey, but that he's also glad it worked out?
Make my day.
We also need to discuss her playing. When I see this style of playing and fingers splayed all over the fretboard, I expect to hear less of a Zack Attack.
You drive me crazy in a good way.
And more of a Victor Wooten. Now, this isn't me telling a high school Lisa to stop sucking. It's just me being a fan of the bass, and Lisa's poor depiction gave me an excuse to showcase one of my favorite bassists. Where were we? All right, Kelly's low-cut dress. Wait, no, that makes me worse than Jeff. But then again, the girls came to freaking play in this episode. No, we were where Kelly is still being awkward. And then this happens.
The king and queen of the costume ball are Romeo and Juliet, Zack and Kelly.
Kelly, you're the most beautiful queen I've ever seen.
Thanks, Jeff.
There's a kick to the balls. Zack and Kelly head outside and she finally admits to him that she wants to date Jeff. This is a fun show for kids with a wacky premise, but that doesn't stop Tiffany Amber Thiessen from laying it all out.
Kelly, what happened? I thought you loved me.
I do love you, Zack. It wasn't supposed to be this way. Not for us.
And what is this song? Inside, Zack Attack decides to play the final slow dance of the night without Zack. And what do they pick? Michael Bolton's How Am I Supposed to Live Without You? Why is that the final song for a sweetheart dance? I mean, I know it fits this narrative, but what about other narratives? Like for The Mummy and Strawberry Witch? While this Michael Bolton knockoff fuels Kelly's tears, it may also color Zack's almost bland indifference.
I didn't want to hurt you for anything in the whole world.
I thought we'd always be together.
Jeez, he might as well be a mannequin. But it may fit, as Mr. Bolton does croon, "I'm too proud for crying, didn't come here to break down. It's just a dream of mine coming to an end. And how can I blame you when I built my world around the hope that one day we'd be much more than friends?"
Can we still be friends?
Forever.
back when you had to watch shows live, to be continued typically meant that you'd have to go a week before seeing the rest of the story. But this 11th grade year aired differently.
Don't touch that dial.
Because we're coming right at you with another great Saved by the Bell.
So stay tuned because we're on for a full hour this morning.
Well, I didn't know that.
Everyone knows that but you. Hang out with us, okay?
First off, oh yeah! We get to see the aftermath of the breakup! But then again, nope.
So make sure to watch our second half hour of Saved by the Bell.
Yeah, that's right after the first half hour.
You know that. Don't touch that dial.
Hold up. What? So, this season boasted a whole hour of new episodes. The producers thought it would be fun to do a school episode and an Away from Bayside episode in this hour block. That means that viewers did have to wait a whole week to pick back up on this storyline. And because continuity isn't a thing in this world, the first Away from Bayside episodes shown were the Malibu Sands episodes. So not only did we see Zack and Kelly break up, but the very next half hour we see our favorite six at their summertime job?
This don't make no sense.
It sure doesn't, which is why I'll be following the complete collection order and not the airing order for this season. Now, I've got two last things to note before signing off here. First, I think it's interesting how Zack and Kelly first got together while dancing outside of the gym and then broke up dancing outside of the gym. Speaking of dancing, if we look back at the 9th grade opening episode, that season began with a dance. Dance Party USA. The 10th grade season also began with a dance. The prom. 11th grade? Yep, we started this season with the costume ball. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
You are a strange and weird person.